Hey, yo, what's up? Duff here. What you see playing in front of you is a video that I recorded back in 2016. Yes, 2016, 6 years ago. This video was after, and those of you that are familiar with my channel may know the story already, but Cliff Notes version is back in late 2015. I was on a road trip out west. I flew my drone in Yellowstone National Park. I posted some short footage to YouTube, and via that short footage that I posted to YouTube, someone from the Yellowstone Park Rangers called me on Christmas Eve of 2015. He's a really great guy. To let me know that it was illegal to fly drones in Yellowstone, which I did not know at the time. And they prosecuted me. Yes, they prosecuted me. I had a trial by phone, basically. It was around February or March of 2016. I had my trial by phone with another gentleman as well that actually got caught doing the same thing. He posted a video on YouTube, flew a drone, and the park ranger called him as well on Christmas Eve. So we had both of our trials the same day. So long story short, you can watch, I'll link the original video, which kind of tells the entire story. But long story short, the outcome of that was I had a fine for right around $800 total for that offense. And to pay it, the fine was broken into two parts. $500 of it was a donation to the Yellowstone National Park Foundation, or whatever it's called, something like that. And then another like $285 for a fine and court costs. So the payment for this was broken into two things. The $500 was a check that I sent to the Yellowstone National Park Foundation, whatever it is, and the $285 was paid through a web portal called pay.gov. Paid that. So after I paid that original $285 through pay.gov, in June of that same year, I got a letter from the District Court of Wyoming saying, "Hey, you didn't pay this fine. It's going to be delinquent. You didn't pay it." I'm like, "No, I did pay it." So I looked at the original paperwork that I got from them, indicating that where I had to pay the fine and the court case that I had to reference to do it. I looked at it, and what I noticed was, and I compared to my original paperwork, the original filing, and what happened was they had actually put the court information or the case information for the other guy that had the trial at the same time as me. So my fine got applied to his account, and it was their mistake. They had the wrong information there. So I called them up at that time and I said, "Hey, I'm not sure how this happened, but the information that you gave me was the wrong case number. I did pay it." I think I sent them a screenshot of me paying it, and they said, "Oh, okay." They were kind of like shitty about it. They were a little skeptical, it sounded like, but I paid it. So they said they were going to take care of it, and that was that. And that was 6 years ago. So Friday I come home and I open up my mailbox, and I have a letter. I have a letter in it. A letter from the U.S. Department of Justice, the acting United States Attorney for the District of Wyoming. And here's a shot of the letter. It's it's redacted to cover up personal information, but basically what it's saying is, back then I was supposed to be paying a fine of $500. And according to this is talking about the check that I wrote to the Yellowstone Foundation. It says that I still owe it. Their records show that I did not pay it. And I have 30 days to pay it, or I could risk further actions by them. So this is crazy on so many levels. First of all, it's 6 years later. 6 years. So with it being 6 years later, it complicates things for me. So although I do know I have the check number, I have the exact date that the check was written, I don't have the original check, and I don't believe I'll be able to get the check image from my bank. It's too long ago. So that could be a challenge. But again, I think what happened here was they applied my payment to the wrong case again. I'm 95% sure that's what happened again. So I wrote an email back to the person that they said to contact in this letter, and I will be following up with a phone call this week to make sure that they are not going to try to pursue me for this because I've already paid once. It was a painful lesson back then, and I am not going to go through it again. So yeah, that's it. I'll let you know what the final outcome of this is. Hopefully they'll just say, hey, our bad, federal bureaucracy, we don't know what the hell we're doing. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, if you want to see the original story, you can look at the link to the video that's playing in the background right now. So that's it, guys. Just thought that was interesting. Interesting, right? Until next time, Duffman out.